Gin all starts with a spirit called Genever. Genever was invented by the Dutch, and the English finally got their hands on it in the 1600s during the 30 Years' War, where they were allied to the Dutch, and so the Dutch sailors would trade gin with the English. It was a malt spirit flavoured with juniper, and the Dutch sailors would usually drink it before they went into battle, which is where you get the term Dutch courage. English soldiers then brought this stuff home and started distilling it in their own homes. Now, at this time, the English government didn't have any laws prohibiting you just setting up a still in your house and going hell for leather. Nearly every single house in England at the time had a still that they would use for gin production, and even the British Crown was excited and enamoured with the amount of distilling that was going on. However, this led to some pretty obvious health side effects. There are two incredibly famous artworks by William Hogarth at the time, one called Beer Street, which shows a whole bunch of phenomenal people extraordinarily well in health drinking beer on the street, and Gin Lane, which shows a whole bunch of leprosy and syphilis-infected people running riot through the street, and the centerpiece of it is a mother so drunk that she's throwing a baby off of her. This proliferation of gin led to a time in British history called the Gin Craze. This series of laws led to taxation on gin. It led to the establishment of official distilleries of gin, which meant that you could no longer distill in your house anymore. These gin laws actually severely hampered the gin industry at the time, and it took another 100 years for the industry to recover its former volumes from the 1700s. Gin exploded again in the 1920s due to American prohibition, where besides the bootlegging throughout America, one great way of getting spirit was importing it from Britain. Now, gin is enjoyed all over the world, and we have new distilleries popping up almost every 5 minutes. With new botanicals being introduced all the time into distillation circles, there's never really going to be an end to what we can do by using gin as a vehicle. And that is